I got in trouble a couple times, right, G?
Yeah.
And my granddaddy say, boy, I can. This is exactly his words. Boy, I'll whoop your ass. But they ain't gonna do nothing to you.
Right.
But what I am gonna do is just go sit in that room.
Right.
Then he'd be like, hey, son, you need to read this book.
Okay.
Oh, you ain't gonna read this book? Oh, let me show you how to read this book. Like he really, like you said, trust. He took the time to teach me, to help me build that trust in him so therefore I can receive his teaching.
Right.
So I just feel like if somebody really have, I guess I can answer my own question, huh?
Yeah.
I guess when it comes down to these human problems that we have to understand the individual or we have to understand the environment. So therefore we can really alleviate those social and economic problems. So therefore we can teach them.
Yeah.
So therefore they can know that it is a different way.
So we start with the young, right?
Yeah.
You said God.
Oh yeah, got to.
So if
I ain't gonna lie, I wish it was on. I wish the whole thing was serious, bro. But no, you got. I'm gonna have to make a whole little mini movie.
The words are more powerful than my face.
Yeah.
So there's no condemnation. You know, language is a very important thing. Etymology, the English language in itself have so many. One word have so many different meanings.
Yeah.
So when we talk about education, when we talk about God, it says, "My people." Let me not introduce God right now because a lot of people are spiritual. They don't submit to a structural religion because of the misrepresentation.
But we watch
of what a lot of young people would say the misrepresentation of our leaders in the church. But what I want to talk about, I was talking to a gentleman earlier. When you're in the streets, you want to win. You don't want to lose.
Yeah.
So how do you win? So if a young man is in the street and he has two offers to sell crack or so he's selling crack, that comes with protecting your territory and all these different things. And then he comes and gets a different offer, says, listen, man, you're going to be just as successful, but it's not instant gratification. You're going to have to work. You're going to have to study.
Yeah.
You're going to have discipline.
Yeah.
Which one will he choose?
It all depends on the economic and social problems that the young man facing. So watch this.
Circumstances.
Yeah. So if this young man saying my lights need to be on, say, bro, I can't take this chance. I need this.
So let's understand that. So we always talk about the gentleman that says, I had to sell crack to support my family and whatever.
Yeah.
But we never look at the individual. That man sold crack to the man's father. And the destruction of that family is gone because the father is stealing from these young people.
Yeah.
Can't go to college, father's stealing the money.
Yeah.
And doing all these different things.
Yeah.
So we highlight the individual that says, I had to sell crack to the crackhead who's the father in the house, to which that house is destroyed because the father who provides the identity for the house is gone. His identity, his belief in self, his integrity is stripped away because one, he chose to do those drugs, and two, someone else had made it available to him on the strength of, this is economics. I got to get ahead. So a negative produced a positive by destroying another family? On what principle is that good?
It's not. It's It's never good. It's not good. I'm not saying for somebody doing. Let's use the example that you take. Both of both of these young men or both of these men, the man that's selling crack and the man that's using the crack. Both of these men is going through something mentally that we not discussing. One discussion is that this man saying, I need the money. I need to win. And this other man saying, I can't deal with the world issues no more.
Mm-hmm.
So due to the fact I can't deal with the world issues, I'm gonna take this.
The blind leading the blind.
You get what I'm saying?
But the blind is leading the blind on principle. Again,
goes back to education.
education, but when we say education, we gotta be very careful because people associate education with an institution.
But we never said it.
Right.
We never said it.
Right, we never said it.
Yeah.
But education is just understanding principles that govern us.
Yeah.
Whether we can see them, believe it or not, when we choose certain things, it works, and when we choose certain things, it don't work. So understand, one, the language of the land, the law of the land, one, where you're at. Because you can't operate, as we can see with so many videos, so many things happening, we can't operate. Hold on one second. We can't operate in the hood for such a long time doing something illegal without it coming to nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Without those people that own those institutions coming and saying, hey, listen, you're going to jail. You're going to give me some time.
Yeah, that's the end result.
So that's the end result. So one, you destroy the community by aiding. Don't get me wrong. That father would have found drugs or found some other way to cope with his situation. So we don't place that on the individual selling the drugs. We go to the individual selling the drugs and say the why of what. Why are you selling drugs? You know it is destructive. You know on principle that it's going to hurt someone. You know you can't just say, oh man, they were going to die anyway. You don't know that. You're not God.
Yeah.
So it speaks to what me and you were saying. When I was saying to you, I'm sorry, you wasn't concurring on that. You know, but it speaks to when we go as a community say, yo, listen, on principle, that negative that you doing can't produce a positive.
And, I know. I can answer it.
Yeah.
Most people that's in that now, don't get me wrong.
You don't have that insight.
Hold on. But don't get me wrong. They all bad apples. Okay, when
I won't even say that though. That's not what I'm saying though about bad apples.
I'm just saying before I say what I say.
Yeah.
It's some people just want to do what they want to do regardless. This is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And this is how I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
Now I'm not speaking for them people.
Okay.
What I'm speaking is like, hey, bro, if you gonna come to me and tell me my negative, my positive producing a negative, what can I do to replace this negative? Well, because I don't want to do this, G. I want a 9 to 5, but they don't want to hire me. If I do get hired, I get what? I got $10 an hour. I got a whole family to take care of. So what? Tell me, how can I replace this, brother? Because my pockets is empty and my kids need to eat.
Now here's what we don't tell. We don't tell the stories of the incarcerated that came out and made a life for themselves. They took that $10 for a minute. They build off of what they had and continue to grow, and didn't fall back on instant gratification. So there's a principle at work here where you say a person comes home and said, I ain't working for no $10, but it's money.